The deal today is that we're brewing a Berliner Weisse. So I had collected water during the week with the intention of brewing something. Never really got round to doing it, and then it got the Sunday, and it's now realised that I've got an empty fridge here, and as a home brewer you know that that's a crime against humanity, having an empty fridge. So need to fill it with something. So we're doing a Berliner Weisse. I'm doing a Berliner Weisse. I had no idea what it was even going to brew. I haven't even thought about it till this morning. Woke up, warmest day of the year. It's very warm in here, and I thought I want something nice and light for the summer. We're in the summer now. Still got that Philly sour I used to use. Let's do a Berliner Weisse. So now I'm thinking actually we'll do a Berliner Weisse, but we'll do like a fruited version as well. So I don't know what fruit as yet. I'm going to put the fruit in after fermentation. I want to see what they've got. I don't necessarily want to go straight for raspberries. Raspberries is the kind of go-to thing, but I want to have a look and see what there is. So I haven't decided on it yet. I'll need to go to the supermarket and see. So it's going to be, what, 3.5% we're aiming for. Something nice and light. Very light. Which is made up of a kilo of wheat Blanc, and 1.7 kilos of Bohemian Pilsner. And then the hops, it's going to be 1 hop drop at the very start, 5 grams of Aurora. That's it. The other reason today is the day of the England-Croatia game in Euro 2020, even though it's 21. And it's going to kick off in 15 minutes, and I'm coming up to the boil now. So I'm going to do this, let it go, and then at half time I'll come out and we will get it chilled basically. So it's going to be really easy. In terms of the water too, I'm going with a really kind of light type of Pilsen type of water. So there's very little in it. Hopefully that should do the job. And then obviously the Philly sour yeast. I'm not sure what fermentation temperature to go with, but I'll need to have a look at that at some point between now and the end of the brew day. I don't think there's anything else really. Managed to get mashed in and put all the grains in one go, because there's only like 2.7 kilos of malt in there. All went in one go, mashed in no time. Brilliant. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you at the end then. Come on, Croatia. Come on, Croatia. Okay, that's the end of the brew day then. We have said that Philly sour to do it at 20 degrees, so 20 degrees it is. Not going to make any odds. It's 21.5 litres, and our reading is something like 1.028, I think it is. So that's pretty much spot on to the recipe. So let's get this in here. It doesn't actually say anything about fermentation temperatures or anything, but that was the first thing that came up when I googled it, so that's what we're doing. It's now half time in the match. Actually the second half's just started, so this is good timing. There it is there. First time using this, quite looking forward to it. There we go. The easiest brew day of all time. 2 malts, brew in a bag, 1 hop drop. Boom, done. Okay, so it's about 2 weeks later, give or take 1 day. So what happened then was this fermented down. In about 3 days it fermented down to 10-12, and then it just stalled with the yeast. So I was starting to freak out a bit, I'll not lie to you, and I started cranking the temperature up. And finally, after a stall of, I don't know, a good few days, must have been four days in total, it then started going again. Finished off at 24 degrees as well too, just to try and get it to ferment out, but it finally got down to 1004, which makes it about 3.2 or something percent. So I was really panicking that it was going to end up like 2 point nothing. So we're going to put the fruit in. I got some blackberries to put in. There was only really blackberries. I only went into Lidl, to be fair. I only went into one shop. There was blackberries, there was strawberries, and there was cherries. And the only other thing was like a mix of all three. So we're going with the blackberries. So I've got some bags here. I'm going to put this into the beer. That's what I was doing at the start, in case you're wondering why I was kneeling down there, hunkering down. So this is just a bag, Star Sand, and let's get the first bag in. So I've got 3 bags, 600 grams each. So okay, there's 1.5 bags in there. That's quite a lot. Drawstring is done. Let's get the first bag in. Now obviously you're up there, you're going to have to take my word for it that this is what I'm doing. Of course it is. What the hell else would I be doing? Okay, there's bag 1 in. I mean, I suppose you could try and put them in loose, but I don't know what that would probably just fall apart in there and be a nightmare to get out. So hopefully the bags will make it easier to fish them out. Okay, there's bag 2. Bag 3. So the intention is to leave this for probably until next weekend. It's Saturday now, so I'll probably leave it until next Friday or Saturday. Fish it out and then get it into the... Oh, well, suppose I have the cold crush it yet. I would like to do a brew next week, and because the fridge will be freed up. So yeah, maybe 5 days then, quick cold crush, and then we'll do it maybe next Sunday instead. As far as the temperature goes on this now, I'm not really sure. It was at 24, I've put it down to 19. I'm wondering whether I should... Does it matter? Should I put it down to 14 as if it was a dry hop? Maybe it doesn't matter. I have used fruit before, but I can't not remember for the life of me what temperature I did it at. But yeah, I'm going to say less is probably best. So that is it. That is 3 bags of blackberries in. I shall see you in a few seconds with a drink in my hand. That looks pretty decent to me. Now it's not clear. It is a little bit hazy. It's not completely hazy, but I haven't used any kind of fining in it. Any kind of gelatin or anything like that to clear it would work on it, but didn't really see the point. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I'd say that's more kind of red than pink. You would definitely get more of a pink colour off the raspberries, but blackberries obviously we've got more kind of red. Nice little white cap on it as well too. Very nice. Finished up at 3.2%. There isn't really much else to tell you other than those blackberries were in for a week. That was it. So there's a good age on this. This is weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks later. This must be 6-7 weeks, something like that. This has been in the keg. I wasn't actually leaving it. It hasn't. The flavour hasn't changed over time. It's just I just haven't got around to making the video yet. In fact, the actual truth is, that I was waiting for the sun to come back. The sun went away. We had that brilliant weather early in the summer, fantastic, weeks and weeks and weeks, and then I got this on keg, and almost immediately it just disappeared. It turned into autumn, and then it turned into winter, and now I've come right circle again, and it's actually quite warm outside. So finally I get to drink it on camera in the here of all places, rather than outside in the shoebox, sweat box, we're like. Okay, let's just get on with the review, shall we? No one wants to hear my nonsense. There's not a great deal on the nose. You can definitely kind of, there is a kind of a tarty sourness of it. It's very kind of light. Little bit off the like the blackberries, but not an awful lot, to be honest. It's more kind of what the beer kind of smelled like before we put them in. Let's give it a taste. It's light. You get more of a taste of that fruit on the taste, for sure. Very light, very light. Not bad with the kind of fizz in there as well, though. Makes it a bit more exciting when it's a bit more fizzy, especially when it's only 3.2%, because you take it in, it's very, very light. It's the first thing you notice. Taste wise, then, in terms of sourness as well, it's very, very light. Now, we didn't use any other yeast, we didn't sour the beer beforehand. We just used the yeast, that Weyermann yeast. It's okay. It's not bad. I do like it. I like the fact that it's kind of low ABV. Plenty of flavour on it. But I think, if I'm being honest, I think I would have preferred the raspberries in there. I think the raspberries, which I didn't want to do originally, because I've done kind of raspberries to death, but I think the raspberries would add that extra little bit of tartness, which would work better with that yeast. So the yeast definitely is sour, but it's quite mild. I mean, I'm not into really crazy sour beers or anything, but even for me, that's kind of like, that's a little bit low. But I think the extra tartness that the raspberries might bring would work probably perfectly, I would say. But it's decent. It definitely is a nice beer. I mean, it looks good, it tastes good, and you could drink a load of them. But I think, honestly, if I was doing it again, I would definitely go for the raspberries, or we could go the whole hog and just try something else altogether, some other type of fruit. But I mean, it works perfectly the way it was going to, the way it's supposed to, the way it was intended. It's only that little bit of sourness. There is actually a little bit more of a taste of that kind of Pilsner malt in the back as well, which is coming through now more after time. I don't know whether it's because possibly the fruit flavours are starting to fade a little bit, but that Pilsner malt, I can definitely taste it in the back. It's a good beer. It is a good beer. I do like it. I am drinking it. I will be drinking it. Hopefully the summer will last a few weeks longer until the keg kicks. But until then, you know, I'm going to enjoy it. So, cheers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'll see you next week. Above kind of an ale type of getting this echo, sorry, in here. Don't know where it's coming from. Turned everything off. Oh, I know where it's coming. It's coming from that. That's coming from that. It is coming from that. Can you hear that echo? Can you hear it now? Yes, I can fucking hear it. Hold on. It's kind of cooling pad for the laptop I have in here. I don't have the laptop in here, it's in the house. Let me just put that down there. It's very unprofessional. Hello? I'm fucking still hearing it. Okay, you need to bugger off. The noise is kind of reverberating. The acoustics are reverberating. Where am I going to put that? Should I put it in the fridge? Let's put it in the fridge. Can you hear that? Can I hear that? Can you hear something? Where's that coming from? Oh, hello? Hello? Maybe it's just echoing, I don't know. Okay, this is going badly wrong here. This is going very badly wrong. Let's get back to it. A low sourness. Doesn't even make sense, but you get the idea. Words are failing me because I'm just getting this ringing in my ear from that over there, which I've cut out, and I'm going to have to cut this bit out as well too, because I've now referenced the things you haven't seen. Echo! 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 Is it this? Is it this? Echo! 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 Fucking is. It is that. So I've got the let's try it one more time. Echo. Echo. It is. It's fucking that. It's the lid. The lid's kind of perched on top of the chiller. And it's creating a little bit of an echo. So the noise is going up there. So I need to take this out of here before it melts. It's like 40 degrees. It's kind of in there. Maybe that's why it's so warm in here. Right, okay. I'm away this time. Bye.